Hi, hands-on heroes. I'm Valerie, and today we're going to explore one of the most important and exciting jobs in the world, the electrician. Electricians are the hands-on heroes who power our homes, our schools, our phones, and well, almost everything around us. Today's story is called Hands-on Heroes, the Electrician, and we're going to read it together, just like you were right here with me. This book follows a little boy who's so proud of the grown-up in his life, and he tells the story of how his mom became an electrician. After the story, our friend Bibu will join us to show how electricity works through a fun STEM lesson. So as you listen, think about all of the ways electricity touches your world. Are you ready? Let's begin. Hi, my name is Zane, and I have something amazing to share with you. My mom is an electrician. That means she's responsible for bringing electricity to homes, schools, and buildings so that people can turn on lights, use computers, and stay warm or cool. It's an important job, and my mom does it every day, even though many people don't expect an electrician to be a woman. However, she proves that girls can do anything, including working with wires and electricity. Let me tell you how my mom became an electrician. When she was little, my mom was always fascinated by how things lit up. She loved watching lights turn on with just a flip of a switch. She would ask questions like, how does electricity work? And where does all of the power come from? In school, my mom excelled in math and science, which are essential for being an electrician. She loved figuring out how things worked and solving problems. After high school, instead of attending traditional college, she enrolled in electrical trade school. There she learned everything about electricity, from safety, installing wires, to fixing electrical systems, and even designing electrical layouts for buildings. After graduating, my mom became an apprentice electrician. This meant working alongside experienced electricians to learn how to do the job safely and efficiently. She gained hands-on experience with different types of wires, how to install outlets and switches, and how to ensure that everything worked properly. Now my mom is a journeywoman electrician. She oversees electrical installations and ensures that buildings have power. She works on large construction sites, installing electrical systems that supply energy to the entire building. Sometimes she also repairs electrical issues in homes, making sure everything is safe and functioning correctly. One day during a school field trip to a construction site, my friend noticed my mom working and asked, "Wait, your mom is an electrician?" I thought only one type of person did this kind of work. I smiled and replied, "Not at all. My mom is the best electrician I know, and she loves her job." My mom always says electricity is powerful, but so are you. If you work hard and believe in yourself, you can light up the world, just like I do with my work. So if you ever wonder what you want to be when you grow up, remember my mom is an electrician, and she shows the world that strength isn't just for boys. If you love solving problems and working with hands, maybe you'll be an electrician too. And don't forget, like my mom always says, there's nothing more powerful than believing in yourself. Becoming an electrician. Start with curiosity. Like Zane's mom, electricians often start by being curious about how things work, especially lights and electronics. Attend electrical trade school. After high school, electricians attend special schools where they learn about electricity, wiring, and safety, or go straight to an apprenticeship. Some trade contractors have in-house trade learning programs in conjunction with their apprenticeship program. After school, electricians work alongside experts to learn more on the job and gain hands-on experience. Once they've learned enough, electricians become certified and can work on their own, powering homes, buildings, and schools. Electricians stay current with new technologies and safety practices, ensuring they can effectively solve any electrical problem. Remember, being an electrician is for anyone.
Hi everyone, my name is Maya and this is my friend Bee-Boop. He's a curious little alien who loves exploring STEM. Today, Bee-Boop and I are going to try this Hands-On Heroes STEM kit together. Ready, Bee-Boop? Let's get started. Hey Bee-Boop, want to learn how electricity works?
Bee-Boop?
Don't worry, this is all safe. We've got our Hands-On Heroes STEM kit right here.
Bee-Boop!
Step 1. Let's make a simple circuit that means a complete loop for current to flow. Clip one to the plus side and the other to the minus side.
Bee-Boop? It turned on!
Yep, current is the flow of electric charge, and it only happens when the loop is closed.
Bee-Boop!
This shows polarity. An LED is like a one-way door. Current can only flow in one direction.
Bee-Boop! One-way power door!
Now let's make a switch. When the paper clip touches the LED leg, the loop is closed.
Bee-Boop! Bee-Boop! Bee-Boop!
A switch opens and closes the path for current. Now let's test which materials are conductors and which materials are insulators. Material test 1 is with foil and the LED lights up. Foil is a conductor. It lets current pass through.
Bee-Boop! Conductor!
Material test 2 is with paper, and the LED does not light up. Paper is an insulator. It blocks current. Material test 3 is with wood, and the LED does not light up. Wood is also an insulator.
Some things let power go, and some things don't.
And remember safety first. Never touch both sides of the battery with metal at the same time, and only use one coin cell at a time.
Beep-boop.
You learned about circuits, current, polarity, switches, conductors, insulators, and safety.
Beep-boop! I earned the Hands-On Heroes Electrician badge.
Today, you sure did. See you next time, Hands-On Heroes.
Wasn't that amazing?
Yes. Yeah.
Bee-Boop always makes learning so much fun. Now that we've seen how electricity works, let's see if we can do it too. Yeah, I'm excited as well. In our Hands-On Heroes book, the children are so proud of their adult in their life who works in construction, and just like them, I'm lucky to have two little heroes who are proud of their mom in construction too. So today, I'm inviting my own Hands-On Heroes to help me out.
Hi.
This is Alexandria.
Hi.
And this is Athena.
Hello.
And together, we're going to try to recreate what Bee-Boop just showed us in the cartoon. So we've got our STEM kit ready. right in front of us in our little box here, and we're ready to explore some things. So follow along with us, try your own kit if you have one, and let's see what we can discover together. I just want to start with a safety, because safety is always first.
Yes.
Okay? So never let two sides of the battery touch each other directly with metal. No short circuits, so that's very important to remember. And only use one coin cell at a time. And don't stack the batteries. And always be supervised with a grown-up nearby. So I'm with you today, so we get to work with electricity together and ensure that we're working safely. And that also goes with electricity and wires or outlets. We never put anything into outlets. We never play with open wires because electricity is very, very dangerous. Not even Superman would survive an electrical shock. So now that we've talked a little bit about safety, let's jump in. So what are we going to learn today? We're going to open and explore our STEM kits first. So I want you to open your box, and the first thing I want you to find is a round metal coin looking. It is a battery, and let's see if I can find it in mine as well. Yep, that's the one. Yep, and on one side is a positive. Do you see a plus sign?
Yeah.
That's the positive side. And on the other side,
The negative.
that would be the negative side. That's right. That is one piece of what we're going to use today. So the next thing we're going to pull out is an LED light. It looks like this. So let's look at our light. That's right. Now, if you hold the light, you got a red one? I got a red one too.
Cheers.
Let's hold it by the light bulb upside down. I want you to look at the legs. They're very teeny tiny legs, and one is long and one is short. The long leg goes on the positive side, and the short leg goes on the negative side. The next thing I want you to pull out are your alligator clips. So your alligator clips look like these wires, and you should have two of them. There's a little cover on them, so you're gonna pull them back to reveal the little clamps. Can you squeeze the clamps? I have some clamps, and you have some clamps. We both have clamps, 2 clamps. So now we're gonna take our light bulb, pull back the clamp cover, and we're gonna connect one side of the clamp to the long leg. Can you do that? And you're gonna connect your other wire.
To like this one, this leg?
Yep, to the short leg. That's right. Now they're holding on to the light bulb.
Imagine it as a fish, and the alligators both got the fish.
That's right. I've done a little demonstration in advance. I put my yellow on the back side here, on the positive side, and that means I have to switch my clamps around so that my yellow is touching the long leg and my green is touching the short leg. Okay, and Alex, you have yours. Nice job. So now we're going to take our battery, and we're going to take a little bit of copper tape, and we're going to tape it into place. So we're going to tape it on the positive side so it doesn't move. Now that you have it taped in place, you can take your other palm and connect to the negative side and to see if you can get your light bulb to light up. Just touch it. I wonder why. Because our prongs are touching. That's why. We don't want our prongs to touch. I have to make sure that they're not right next to each other so that they turn the current on, because they can disconnect each other. Now touch again, just on one side, because I'll show you the reason why we do that is because this creates a single circuit. And if it touches the other side, then it breaks the circuit. So you can only touch one side. Touch it. And we got our light to come on. Nice.
Whoa.
That is so cool, right? But what's happening? Every time I touch this current, it turns on my light. And when I disconnect it, it turns off. And if I touch this side, it doesn't come on, does it? Nope, it does not. So what do you think? Why do you think that is?
Maybe the battery's low?
Nope, the battery's not low. It's because of polarity.
Polarity!
Polarity, right. So what happens is if we were to swap it the other way, then it disconnects the current. Currents only flow in one direction.
I also noticed that if we touch this side, it won't go.
It does not. You're right. Only on the negative side and the positive side. So now we're going to do our final test. The next thing we're going to learn about is conductors. So a conductor, can you say conductor?
Conductor?
Conductor allows the electricity to continue to flow through as a current.
But is a conductor also someone who controls music?
And that's a different type of conductor. This is more about power and electricity.
Ooh.
So then there's a thing called insulators. You know what an insulator is?
Mm-mm.
It blocks. It's blocking the electricity from going through. So almost used as a way to protect or stop power from going through. So I have some material here. One is a piece of paper. Now, if I were to take my piece of paper and put it on my negative side of my battery and then touch my tongue to the end.
Hey Mom, look, the light isn't turning on when you cover the piece of the paper.
That's right, the light does not turn on. So if an insulator blocks, does the paper an insulator or a conductor?
Insulator.
Okay, so let's try a piece of wood. Okay.
It still isn't coming on.
Well, does that mean a conductor or an insulator? So a conductor allows the power to go through and continue the current, which means the light would come on. But if it's an insulator, it blocks it. So is the wood an insulator or a conductor?
An insulator.
All right, I have a new one. Try aluminum.
Oh, can I have aluminum, please?
Sure.
It's a conductor.
Okay, our last test is going to be with a metal paperclip to see if metal allows us to let electricity go through. And that's our last test. Is it a conductor or an insulator?
A conductor.
It's a conductor because
The light turned on.
the light turned on and allowed the current to flow through. Great job, heroes. You built a circuit, you tested materials, and learned how electricity flows, just like Bee-Boop showed us. You did amazing. Now that we've tried it ourselves, let's go see how the professionals do it. Would that be fun?
Yeah, that'll be totally fun.
Okay, so first we're going to visit a prefab shop where electricians and their teams prepare and assemble many of the electrical materials you see in buildings today. And this is where a lot of the work begins, with careful planning and safety, of course, and teamwork. And then we'll meet a real electrician in the field.
Huh?
You'll get to hear what their day is like, the tools that they use, and how they help keep our world powered and safe.
And safe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go take a look at what an electrician really does. Are you ready?
Okay.
Let's go. I've got to change into my boots and my vest, and I'm going to go in the field and we're going to meet Tara. I'm so excited.
Tara the dinosaur.
Not a dinosaur, an electrician. Well, before I go, I want to award you both with the electrician badge. You get to go put this on your hands-on hero card. And every time we do a STEM kit, we earn a new badge. So here's your badge sticker.
What happens
Here's
if
your
you
badge
fill
sticker.
up?
You become a full apprentice, a master hero. Here we go. We're going to go off into the field, and I'm so proud of both of you. Tara, hi, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. So tell us a little bit about you. Have you always known that you want to be an electrician?
I did not always know, actually. It took a bit of jumping around and trying to find my niche, or I guess what I was passionate about, until I came across electrical work, and I absolutely love it. So that's now the career path that I'm in.
Oh, fantastic. What is your favorite thing about being an electrician?
My favorite thing about being an electrician would probably be being so hands-on and being able to be creative, critical thinking.
So, I mean, you've got to be inspired that when you drive by a building and you see this new project that was put into place, that you had a little bit to do with why that's there. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it. It's definitely rewarding. Seeing lights come on in a building or power running through the walls is something that you had a apart in.
Yes, that's really cool. And it's probably never boring because it's never the same.
That's right. Yes, it's not. It's never boring. There's always new tasks to be done. You're always constantly learning something new. So it's definitely a great career.
So tell us a little bit about what you're working on right now.
Yeah, so right now what we're doing is getting ready to install these receptacles, or as we all know them at home, outlets. So we're just going to be wiring these up today to get ready for power.
Can you share with us about like some of the parts and pieces of an outlet?
Sure. Yeah. So of course you have your wire. Now this wire would be coming, directly from the source or the panel itself. Of course, these wires are not live right now. We always make sure that we're working with the power off because safety is a huge, huge thing. So you want to make sure the power is always off. So these wires are safe. Then we do have, of course, your standard 3-prong outlets that we will be connecting directly to the source. We have wire nuts, which will connect these wires together and join them together so that they have a strong bonded connection so the power can flow through each device properly. And then just a couple tools. We have, your standard impact drill, a level to make sure everything is leveled, nice and neat.
Fantastic. Can we watch you put one together?
Absolutely.
So she's using her wire cutters to shorten the wires. And then on the same tool, stripping off the protective shield covering. We call them shield covering. What do they call the plastic on top of the wire?
I call it like a sheathing, or like a shield covering. So this outlet actually will have 2 plugs in the same box together. So we're basically just going to connect both of them to the same wiring that's coming out of the box here. So they will share the power in the box.
Okay, so the colors actually, do they line up? Green goes with green, white goes with white, and black goes with black?
Yes, correct. Yeah. So when you're wiring these together, fairly simple, which is good. You'll connect your black, which are your hot wires, to each other. Your white wires, which are the neutrals, to each other. And then you have grounding wires as well, which are green, that will all be connected together.
Now, grounding wires is an interesting term. Why do we have a grounding wire?
Yeah, so the grounding wires actually protect the box itself that the outlets sit in and the outlets themselves in case there was, say, a surge or a shortage, or say somebody opened up this box and was going to do work on this box or maintenance or anything like that. If any of these copper wires were showing or touching each other or the metal inside the box itself, it could shock somebody. So that's why we also use wire nuts and make sure that everything is
And the wire nuts you're talking about are these deals right here.
Yes.
And that really protects from the wires being exposed.
correct.
I think that's a great way for us to segue and to talk about safety, actually, because the reason why you're covering them up is when you turn the power on, because currently, while she's working on these, the power is turned off. So she can safely work with the wires. But when she turns the power on, the electricity is running through these wires and we can't touch them because just like knives or fire, they can really, really hurt us. So we want to be very safe. When we're working around wires, only grown-ups can do this. So we should not do this as kids, and because you never know if the wires, what they might say, is hot, which means there's power running through them. And if that power moves into our body, then we can get very, very hurt. So we cover them up with these nuts to protect the wires.
Correct, yeah, because each of them will have this copper wire exposed, which of course is how we get the power into the devices. So yes, you want to make sure that they're always covered so you don't get extremely hurt if, there was, say, an accident or somebody touched them. Yes, it would shock you pretty good.
That is so cool. So she's putting her 4-plex plugins in here. And these are the things that we see on our walls inside our house every day. And they also have them in just every single building so that we can plug things in and turn on lights and turn on our computers. That's a pretty interesting thing. And look how fast she is. That is amazing. She's already got this guy all wired up over here. Now you notice that we've been talking about safety, and Tara and I are both wearing a lot of safety gear because we are on a construction site. So not only do we have to be safe when working with wires, we have to wear our protection gear. We call it PPE, but it's our personal protective equipment. And one of those is a hard hat, so we don't bump our heads, or if anything fell, it would hit our hats instead of our heads. We have protective eyeglasses on to protect our eyes. We have gloves on when we're working with different things like wires so we don't cut our hands. And sometimes we even have gloves like this in case you're dealing with chemicals so they don't burn our hands. There's just so many things on a construction site happening all the time, and it's always changing, and it's always so fascinating and interesting. But we have to be very, very safe when we do it. Down to our toes, we have construction boots on. Look at us. We both got these really cool boots on. And if anything fell on our toes, then, well, our toes would be nice and protected because there's a nice hard shield in there. So I am so excited to introduce you to Tara and show you how electricity comes together and how cool being an electrician is. This is awesome.
Right. Yep. So once everything is wire nutted together or connected together, we'll basically just take all this wire, kind of stuff it in the box as neatly as you can. I like to make sure everything is kind of separated nice and neatly because organization and neatness, I guess, on a job site is also very important for safety as well too. You want to make sure everything is nice and put away and correctly done.
I love that you get to use cool tools. Now, what would you say to someone who says that girls should not do construction?
I don't think you should let anybody, tell you what you're passionate about or what you're interested in or what goals or desires you have. I think if that's something that you're interested in or you're passionate about or you want to learn about, I say go for it. Just jump all in.
I mean, that's right. Tara and I are both in the construction industry, and we're both women. And that means anybody, it doesn't matter who you are or where you come from or what you look like. Everybody can work in construction, and anybody can be an electrician, just like Tara. So thank you so much for sharing all of this with us. This is so cool. Now, we were talking about how you were pushing this into a box, and
yes.
what we can't see is, like the electricians has to work with all types of construction workers. So we want you to remember this when we're talking about other construction workers in other videos, because before Tara got here, someone had to put wood behind this wall and make a frame. And then someone had to come in and put drywall on this wall. And then someone had to stucco this wall. And then someone had to paint the wall. And then somebody had to attach an electric box on the inside before they covered it all up so that Tara can come in here and put this outlet in. So we really work together like partners on these job sites, and it all comes together with a lot of different types of construction workers. So thank you, Tara, for sharing all of this knowledge with us.
Yeah, there's a lot of layers, but it's great. It's fun. Thank you for coming in. And I love seeing more people coming out and finding interest in those things.
Yeah.
So yeah, I encourage anybody who's interested in learning a trade, and it doesn't have to be electrical, but really anything to go and do some research or learn about it, ask questions, definitely.
Thank you again, Tara, for taking the time, sharing with everyone a little bit about what it's like to be an electrician in the field.
Wow, heroes, what an adventure today. You listened to our story, learned from Bee-Boop, built your own circuit, and even got to see what real electricians do out in the world. I am so proud of all of the curiosity and courage you showed. And before you go, I want to remind you of something very, very important. Electricity can be dangerous. Always make sure you have a trusted adult with you when you're using tools or working with anything electrical. Safety comes first, even for heroes. If you enjoyed today's segment and lesson, don't forget to join us for the next Hands-On Heroes adventure. There are so many incredible trades to explore, so many heroes who help us build the world around us every single day. Thank you for tuning in, learning from us, and being a part of our mission to discover the heroes hiding in plain sight. And remember, sometimes heroes don't wear capes. They wear tool belts. See you next time, Hands-On Heroes.
Average heroes all around, they help us build and power town. Hands-on heroes, they don't wear capes, but they know how to use measuring tapes. A hands-on hero could be your dad or mom, so come on, get up and sing this. Hands-on heroes all around, they help us build and power our town. One, you could be a hero too. Let's jump in and learn what they do. Average heroes all around, they help us build and power town. Hands-on heroes, they don't wear capes, but they know how to use measuring tapes. A hands-on hero could be your dad or mom, so come on, get up and sing this.